How we doing, guys? Welcome to the preview and the predicted lineup. Arsenal against Kairat Almaty. Is that how it's pronounced? Kairat? Someone let me know in the comments section. I don't actually know how that's pronounced. Anyone who's watched my videos for long enough will understand that when it comes to pronunciations, I am terrible. You thought I'd have had a lot of practice after the years that we spent in the Europa League and we were playing teams that looked like Wi-Fi passwords. But listen, it's time to go again. Okay, it's time to go again. I'm feeling a lot better after the weekend. And listen, I've seen Mikel's, press conference, and what I will say is that he said all the right things. But I hope it's genuine. I hope that what he said is really going to happen. Because if you're reading between the lines and you're looking at his press conference, it looks very much like we're going to let the handbrake off. It looks very much like we now need to enjoy ourselves, lose this tension and pressure that's around us, and go out and express ourselves and play. Because it was so evident. You look at the first 30 minutes against Manchester United and it was just comfortable. Manchester United did nothing in the first 30 minutes. We completely controlled the game. We were dictating everything. We score and you think this is perfect. Firstly, we don't lose when we score first. So that's the first part. And you're thinking Man United would have to come out and show a little bit more now, which will play into our hands. And then out of nowhere, it just turned into an absolute horror show. And the only resemblance that I can think of is that you ever watched the film Space Jam? It was as though somebody had taken all of our players' powers and they didn't even know what to do anymore. They couldn't even make a simple 5-yard pass. And I've seen all the videos and the, analyzing of certain situations. And the goal that we gave away first with Zubamendi and that pass to Mbumo, he had a very, very simple pass forward into space with Declan Rice running off. And you make that pass, which is a very, very simple pass, especially for someone like Zubamendi. And that whole incident doesn't happen. But what we started to do is just play reserved, play safe. And by doing that and overthinking everything, we started to put ourselves into trouble. And listen, you can't take anything away from the second and third goal for Manchester United because they were both worldies. At the end of the day, I think I saw a stat that we haven't conceded 2 goals in a game in the Premier League from outside the box since 2008. It doesn't happen all the time, basically. But listen, at the end of the day, let them and their supporters and their ex-players have their moment, because over the last 48 hours or so, that's all I've seen. All of their ex-players have come out of the woodwork now, and they're trying to tell Mikel what to do and how he should go about things. Some of these people have tried being managers and they failed miserably. And you're trying to tell Mikel what to do. Please, stick to your podcasts, relax. But at the end of the day, you take it on the chin. You've got to take the banter. You've got to take all of it. But I don't know whether some are really serious, but I've even seen some Manchester United fans talking about they're in a title race. Don't get me started. And the situation as well with Ahmad making the comment that he did on social media. Have some self-awareness. Honestly, you scored 11 goals for Manchester United in 5 years. You're lucky that you're a footballer in this period of Manchester United's history, where they're so poor that you get given an opportunity. Because years ago, you wouldn't have got absolutely nowhere near Manchester United's team. Poor footballer. And you've got the audacity to come out and run your mouth like that. Arsenal fans don't forget, and neither do the players. So just be ready. Be ready, especially next season. I would say this season, but we got no opportunity of playing you again because you're not in any cup competitions. You're playing a 40-game season, which is the minimum that a team in the Premier League can play. 40. 38 league games, 1 Carabao Cup game, 1 FA Cup game. No European football. You're a part of that. Just remember that next time you try speaking to the side that are top of the league, top of the Champions League, Carabao Cup semi-final, next round of the FA Cup. The audacity. I can take it from Erling Haaland. Might annoy me, but I can take it because of what that man's achieved and won and how good he is. But Ahmad, behave yourself, man. Behave yourself, seriously. Grimsby Town got further in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup than Manchester United this season. Let that sink in before you start giving it all that. Yeah, listen, anyway, what are we talking about? The Champions League. Yeah, European football. It's just the most pointless game for us, ain't it, really? We're playing the side that are bottom. They've got 1 point. We've already guaranteed top 2. If we lost this game 1-0, Bayern Munich would have to win 4 or 5-0, I think it is, to go above us in first place. I think the one thing that, Bayern Munich want to secure is that top 2. Because obviously second place gives you that, guarantee of the second leg, home and everything else. And yeah, if you don't understand the situation is that the top 2 cannot meet each other until the final, if they both get there. So if Bayern Munich finish second, we cannot play them in any knockout rounds. We can only play them in a potential final. Real Madrid get there, it's the same. Whoever finishes second. And it's either Bayern Munich or Real Madrid. Liverpool could technically finish on the same amount of points and second place, but the goal difference is absolutely insane. And they're not turning that around. Like Liverpool are on +6 and Bayern Munich are on +13. So, yeah, I think the biggest one for me is when you look at the table is that from 3rd place to 15th, there's 3 points between the teams. So during the course of the 90 minutes, them teams are going to be going up and down like a yo-yo, in and out the top 8. And I just hope Man City finish outside the top 8 because it means a couple of extra games. Yeah, I'm thinking ahead with the Premier League. But listen, with our game, let's get on to that, briefly, because there's not really much to say. I just want loads of changes, complete changes. We got a massive game away against Leeds at the weekend, and that's our sole focus because we're going to have to go all at it in that game. Then we got the second leg against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, and then we've got Sunderland at home in the Premier League. So this is a big opportunity where we just don't need to play anybody that we don't need to play. Declan Rice and Moreno, they can't play, they're suspended. William Saliba and Jurriën Timber are not going to be involved. Apparently they've got niggles and listen, they wouldn't have played in my book anyway. So we just got to make a lot of changes. I'm hopeful that Calafiori can return and get a good 60 minutes under his belt, ready for the weekend. So yeah, listen, with that said, let's go and get into the lineup. In goal, Kepa. I put him in goal. It's probably the only opportunity we'll get to play in the Champions League, because if David Raya is fit and available, then he doesn't get ahead of him. So that's a simple one. Right back will be Ben White. Again, this is a very simple one. Right centre back will be Christian Mosquera. Of course, back from injury, has played and no issues at all. And he will slot in for William Saliba very comfortably. Left centre back, I'm going to go for Henkapié instead of Gabriel. Don't play him, rest him, bring him out the side. Very simple. On the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Calafiori. Hopefully he's back. If he is, listen, Henkapié can go left back and Calafiori can go left centre back. Either way, doesn't really matter. But that's what I'm going to go with. Sitting in front, I'm going to go with Christian Norgard. Good opportunity for him to, get some minutes. And when I've watched him in the games that he has played, I've been impressed with him. He's done well. And yeah, it's a bit frustrating that he hasn't got a few more minutes when I think he could have got them. But for this game, he will start, obviously. On the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Noni Madueke. Listen, just don't run the ball out of play. That's all I ask. And end product is what he has to work on. It's that simple. Next to him, we're going to go with Eberechi Eza in the side. And listen, there's a lot of talk that he should be in the side ahead of Odegaard at the moment. And listen, I don't disagree with that at all. But this is the kind of game where he's got to go out and perform and show what he can do. It's very simple. Next to him, I'm going to go with Miles Lewis-Skelly in the midfield, in his natural role in midfield. I know a lot of people, when I was naming the team out and got to left back and everything, they're going, Miles Lewis-Skelly deserves a chance. That's the reasoning why. I don't think we have many other options, with the fact that Moreno and Declan Rice are not available, and Kai Havertz, I don't know what's happened to him. That cameo against Portsmouth just seems to have been a distant memory, so I can't see him starting the game or being involved. So yeah, I'd like to see Miles Lewis-Skelly in there. He ain't going to get many opportunities in midfield at the moment, so this would be the perfect time to give him that role. Let him play in there. Let him express himself and play in his natural position. On the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Martinelli. Didn't get used at the weekend, so he will start the game, and that is a very simple one. And then up front, as the main striker, I'm going to go with Victor Gyökeres, because he didn't start against Manchester United, so it's an opportunity for him to start, get some minutes. And listen, if he can't bag 2 or 3 goals in this kind of game, then I don't know what to say anymore. Simple as that, really. But yeah, listen, there we go. That's it. That's the lineup. I think that's a strong enough lineup. Very, very strong. Loads of changes. And yeah, that's what we need to do, because we've got other priorities. This is done and dusted until we get to the knockouts now. So yeah, let me know what you think of the 11 and whether you agree or disagree. So yeah, there we go. You know what to do if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you lot very soon. I'm out of here.